So, Susan, why don't we go out to the garden and do some planting?
Okay,
All right.
sounds like fun.
Hey, Susanna, so here we are. Let's start with our garlic, ginger.
They're just begging to be put together, Annie.
They are. We're just going to put it, I found a spot in the garden where I'm going to plant these things. So it's going to go about 2 inches down. Now, this soil came from a place, a farm in, what's that little town called? Well, Short Pump. And he's a farmer, and you can buy the soil by the truckload, which I love. And it's very, very healthy. So there we go.
You just laid them down
That's it.
horizontally.
Boom. You're done.
Okay.
Yeah, horizontally. Yep.
And 2 inches down, you said, right?
2 inches down. Oh, I'm just gonna put in 2 potatoes. Potatoes need to go down a little bit deeper. I would say 4 inches. So plop, there you go.
Just throw it in there.
Throw it in there. I mean, you can get real fancy schmancy with gardening, but you don't have to, people.
And it's not better to cut it up, huh?
No, I mean, you don't have to. If you have one of those potatoes that's got all kinds of the eyes coming out, you can cut each one of those eyes out and plant those. So you can do that. These potatoes don't, but so you just plant it as it is. All right, here's our sweet potato. And that's going to go about 4 inches down. And I have to label everything, which I will do later, so I'll know what's coming up, because I'm famous for that. Something will come up and I won't know what I've planted. Oh, I love it. Now I'm going to put these sunchokes over here, because they're going to get really tall. And they'll give us this beautiful, beautiful, in the fall, you'll get these beautiful, it's like a sunflower, but they're about 8 feet tall.
And you're planting them 2 inches down?
2, yeah, they don't need to go too deep. And they want lots of water, so we need to do that. All right, here's our little green onion, our little scallions. And we're used to these being so tiny, but guess what? In reality, now I'm going to plant those in and have the little green part sticking out of the ground. These things are going to get enormous.
And they're just sticking up a centimeter or half a centimeter or so.
About that. Yep. Yep. And the same thing with my lettuce. I'm going to put these in like this. And I'm going to let the top show. Now you'll notice that it will start getting brown and looking kind of sad, but in the middle, that's the part that's going to regrow. So it's fine. And that's going to happen really quickly. You'll be surprised. Here's our bok choy. And that's going to be the same thing. I'll give it a little pat, and we've got to give it lots of water. And our celery. And I'll put the celery right in front of the green onion. And that's the same thing. Just put her in there. And it just couldn't be any easier.
Yeah, you're not going to eat that anyway.
You're not going to eat it anyway. You're going to throw it in the garbage, or you're going to compost it. I hope you're composting. And but why not grow it again? I mean, you paid $1.99 for it, so now you get to use it twice. You get to bang for your buck.
And then you could keep replanting the base, right?
Yes, you can. You can keep on. I don't know how many times. So you can't go wrong. I mean, if it doesn't grow, it doesn't grow. Who cares? It didn't, it's okay. That's the thing about, with gardening, it's you can make all kinds of mistakes, and that's okay. What's the worst thing that can happen? It just doesn't grow. So, all right, so now with your garlic, you're going to put the pointy side up. And we're going to go down about 2 inches. Yep, here we go. All right. Now, I like to grow things nice and close together. Pack everything in there. It keeps the bugs away. Mother Earth does not like brown. It likes to cover everything with green. So if it's not a plant, it's going to be a weed. So you might as well pack your vegetables in all together.
Oh, okay.
And that makes it easier for you because you don't have to do so much weeding.
Well, now, what kind of dirt is that? Does that matter?
Yeah, it does matter. So I said, I got this from a farmer in Short Pump, and he makes his own compost, and he sells it by the truckload. So you have to go, and he'll load up your truck, and it's $50 for a huge truckload of beautiful compost.
So that's just all compost. So that's what you recommend for people?
I use compost, and I feed with Miracle Grow. Yeah, and I've got the chickens.
When you water, you feed it with Miracle Grow.
When I water, yeah.
And not everybody may live near Short Pump, so they should just go and find some compost in a local.
If you have the ability, I would go and I would get on Google and look to see. I mean, we've got a compost guy right down the road from us, so they're around, people who sell compost. You can go to Lowe's and buy a bag, but a bag is not going to get you very far, really. I mean, if you're really into gardening, if you're going to have a couple of gardening beds, it's so worth it to go get a truckload. If you don't have a truck, give me a call. I'll go get some for you.
Annie has truck will travel.
I have a truck. I will travel for compost. Any excuse to get into people's gardens and look around and see what other people are doing.
Oh, it sounds like we have a date, Annie.
Good.
Thanks so much for showing us how to garden from your produce aisle.
Thanks for coming.